I want to try to like not do that.
Yeah, so it was sort of born out of a desire to innovate or uh, change up the sound, or more likely, more accurately, change the playing style.
Yeah, at least to the best of my ability. I mean, I don't think anything I've done's unique necessarily. Like artists steal from artists constantly. The trick is to try and let yourself show through your influences a little bit. I think that's the challenge.
Hmm. Who would you say influenced your style then?
Well, I've always been a huge Radiohead fan. Um, I saw the Paranoid Android music video when I was 8 years old. It freaked me out and kind of scarred me. And I've been listening to them ever since.
Hmm.
And I also like Can a lot.
Yeah.
And I've always been a Bjork fan. And I actually just got done listening to Nine Inch Nails to pump me up for this interview.
Hmm. Hmm.
And yeah, and I like just like walking in the woods and trying to make up a soundtrack based off the birds and like the leaves crunching and try to hear music and everything.
Hmm. And that goes back to a lot of the lyrics on the album as well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Uh, Sorry to assume, but saying you were a Radiohead fan, can I assume Kid A is a favorite?
It's definitely up there.
Hmm.
Yeah, Kid A, OK Computer. When I first heard Hail to the Thief, I was in ninth grade going to a private school, and I think I listened to 2 plus 2 equals 5 like 100 times a day. And I just got done reading 1984,
Hmm.
so there was a lot of like trying to identify myself as this character in a living in a negative utopia, fascist school.
Yeah, that's interesting. You're the second underground artist I interviewed, first one being Minus Ned, to uh, talk about being influenced by Kid A. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. I mean, Kid A right now, the album art is my desktop, so
Mm.
I'm not knocking it. Um, because you have this strange sound, how do most people react when you play them your album?
Mm. Uh, I'm not really sure. I'm kind of a hermit. I've only played one show live, and I generally just wake up and get to work, try to draw as much as I can, and make as much music as I can. But
Hmm.
I don't really like get out much. I
Have
post
you?
stuff on YouTube though.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
and
I was gonna mention, how's the reaction online been to the music then?
mostly positive. People are generally nice to me. The cool thing about posting stuff online is you can connect with people all over the world. You're not just limited to your, physical environment, living in wherever you live. There's a lot more opportunity to reach like-minded people. You don't have to be a victim of your own culture. You can branch out.
Um, You are also an animator. Um, would you say that your animation influences your musical style? Because um, it's very often the other way round, in that if you were, say, animating a music video for one of your songs, the music would obviously have an enormous impact on the animation. But
Yeah.
would you say that, for example, have you ever wanted to create a song that captured a certain visual style or aesthetic?
I've been drawing since I was a kid, and when I started making music, um, I would write songs based off drawings or like try to capture. create an image based off of sound. And animation specifically is closely related to songwriting. So you have to deal with timing, and there's all kinds of similarities between the visual world and the audio world. Um, but like the general sort of feeling of chaos that I guess people feel when they see my animation um, is it comes from the same place where my music comes from. They are like twin children with different faces
Hmm.
or different clothes. I don't know.
Do you mainly do frame by frame animation?
Yeah, I started like 2 years ago, just on index cards, like flipbook type stuff, where you draw one picture and then flip it
Hmm.
over to the next page, and just straight
Yeah.
ahead animation.
So you use Flash.
Uh, no, well, I just got this animation software where I can like draw background pictures by hand and then animate the characters over it.
Hmm.
So that allows for more detailed animation. But what I did for my animations, Word Salad and Heal of the Week, is I just bought a ton of 5x8 index cards from Walmart, like thousands, and then by hand I drew the pictures on the index cards with like markers and pens and coloring crayons and colored pencils. And then I scanned each picture onto my computer, onto my Dell computer, and uploaded all the images onto Windows Movie Maker, and then just animated it that way.
God, that sounds incredibly. I mean, I used to animate on Adobe Flash, and I thought that was time consuming.
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. I mean, animation, it's always going to be hard. Like, there's no easy way around it, but like technology can definitely make the process easier.
Hmm. Um, how long would you say it took you to uh, finish the animation for Word Salad?
That was 16 months
Hmm.
of yeah. I started that 2010 Christmas, and like I was working on something for 3 months. Um, had hundreds of pictures, none of them scanned yet, but just working on an animation. And then my land turtle, my box turtle Corbin, died, and I stayed up for like 48 hours, couldn't sleep, and I tore up like all the stuff I was working on, and so I lost like a couple months of drawings. But
Hmm.
then after that, that was like in March of 2010. So I worked straight through March till like August of 2011 on Word Salad.
Hmm.
And I did that one on just like sketchbook paper mostly and computer paper.
Um, what animation, if any, do you watch now? Because after I went, I don't anymore. But ever since I started animating, I found myself appreciating it so much more.
Definitely. Yeah, same thing with like a musical instrument. Like if you play drums, you're gonna start hearing the drums in songs a lot more than you did before. Like when I first started learning bass, I used to never listen to the bass of
Mm,
songs. Like that was just background crap. You don't notice the bass until you take time to notice it or to learn it. Like for most people, anyways.
mm,
So when I started working on animation, I developed a huge appreciation for just the sweat that goes into hand drawn animation
mm.
and computer animation, but the life and pain and humanity of hand drawn animation is a little more obvious than a computer.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, yeah, I saw Akira in 2010 for the first time. Like